Hey, what's up? It's Mo. Just wanna do a shout out to all the people I met at Mania. Man, it was one hell of a weekend. I had a great time being in Manhattan and Brooklyn, and of course Jersey. Not the shadows of New York City. It's Jersey, New Jersey. MetLife Stadium is not in New York, it's in New Jersey. Get it right, WWE. I don't care how many people hate my state, it's my state. Even people from my state hate my state. I get it, but it's still my state, and MetLife is in Jersey. So get it right. Anyways, besides the point. Um, but yeah, Mania weekend overall was wonderful. There was a couple of days that did not go so well, but overall, like I said, I had a great time. Thursday, I got to go to I got to go to Access. That was pretty much the only day that I actually spent the whole day at Access. Well, the whole all of Access that session. Uh, didn't see too many familiar faces. I saw some familiar faces that were there. Shout out to Corey, I believe his name is my flicks. He's a huge Eagles fan, you know, but I'm from Jersey and being so you got to cheer for the Giants and all. But he cool people. Saw Astro there. He was pretty cool. Shout out to him. But other than that, another person I want to shout out is Izzy. I actually got to meet this girl. If you don't know Izzy, she is a badass fan, one of the coolest fans of WWE, and probably even all of professional wrestling. Young girl, I think she's like 12, 13, but she's really cool. She's a nice girl. Her parents are pretty cool. In fact, hold on. And I got this. They gave me this. Izzy Mania running wild. Pretty cool for her. I got a picture with her. And like she's really one of the coolest fans of WWE. Next to me, of course. Not, but just kidding. But shout out to her. And she's doing some some karate. I think I don't know if she got a blue belt or a brown belt. I don't remember entirely, but she is doing it. Just expect her a few years from now. Just expect her to be in the ring. I mean, in WWE or maybe wherever else. I mean, Impact, Ring of Honor is the sky's the limit for her. And I'm gonna be right there. See, I met that girl, and that she is a future women's champion. Yeah, but Access was great. Got to see the unveiling. They unveiled the new statue for WWE headquarters. It's the statue of the late great Roddy Piper. I know if he was here, he would have loved it. I got to see Sting, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who was going to the Hall of Fame this year, who went to the Hall of Fame this year, and Madeline Star Jimmy Hart, and of course Piper's family, including Colton, who is also a wrestler and an MMA fighter. Last I heard, man, the statue was pretty cool. But Access was fantastic. And then now from Access, I was supposed to go to Impact United We Stand. Unfortunately, I got a little sick. My stomach wasn't feeling right. I had headache. I think the headache was from stress because, I was doing all this stuff alone, basically. I don't have like that tight knit group like most of these guys have. So I think I just totally stressed out. It kind of if I was just loosen up on the stress a little bit, it would have gone away. But again, I didn't eat. I had a stomach ache. I tried to still go no matter what. I went to Rahway. I was when Impact United We Stand was, but I don't know they weren't letting people in, and the parking, there was no parking basically. And I even threw up at one point. I had to pull over and throw up, unfortunately. So I just went on home. If that wasn't the case, I would just found a parking space nearby and got in because I saw clips of from Impact's Instagram and stuff, and it looks like it was a great night. Johnny Impact he won the Ultimate X match, and I'm upset because I would have had the chance to see the Ultimate X in person for the first time. He won the Ultimate X, and I think all the titles stayed with the place. Taya won. She's still Knockouts champion. I missed RVD. That was the man I wanted. That was the real reason I wanted to get there. I wanted to see my man Rob Van Dam. I haven't seen him in like almost 10 years in person because it was like about 10 years ago when he was part of TNA Impact Wrestling that I met him at in Manhattan. And I had that picture. It's me, my cousin Brian, Jeff Hardy, and Rob Van Dam together. It's on my Instagram somewhere. It's like a throwback picture. But overall, I heard it was a great night. I'm sorry. I'm kind of upset that I missed it, but that was fun. Then Friday, though, it got more disastrous. I was trying to get to WrestleCon. I was going to go there really early, but I ended up being late. Traffic was terrible. It was rainy. I went to the wrong hotel, spent too much money on parking. Finally got to WrestleCon, but it was like 12 something or 1 something I got there. I didn't stay too long though. I met up with a few friends, shout out to Jacqueline, who, met up with her. It was always good seeing her. And Jessica. Jessica, she's also on Instagram and Facebook and all. Shout out to her. I met a couple of new peeps. I met, I think his name was David and Mia. Met them. You know, it was a fun time though. I got to see a lot of legends, loads of legends, past, present, and some even current stars. The Lucha Brothers were there. I saw loads names of names. Flair, Brett, Shawn Michaels was there. Well, now he wasn't there on Friday, but Saturday he was there. I'll get to that. DDP, Booker T, Paul and Nash, Velvet and Angelina, Melina, Coach was there, Sergeant Slaughter, Iron Sheik, Ricky, Dragon Steamboat, Arn Anderson, all the there was so many people. There's so many. Hacksaw, RVD, all the guys of ECW, like Sandman, Mikey Whipwreck, Francine, Jerry Lynn. I saw Osmo Dragon, Sonny Ono. I saw Daphne. Who else? I said DDP. Joey Ryan. I saw Noel Foley, Mick Foley, Frank the Clown, who's dating Noel. All the ladies were looking good. I said Melina and all. Candice Michelle, Gail Kim, Lisa Marie Varon, who was Victoria and WWE, and Tara and TNA and Pat Wrestling. Barbie Blank, aka Kelly Kelly. Danielle Monet, who was Summer Rae in WWE. Who else was there? The Nation guys, Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown, Godfather was there, Vicky Guerrero was there. Oh, so many people. I saw that Eva Marie. That was Saturday, and that was Friday. I said there was some I actually missed. I know Jordan Grace was there, and Kira Hogan and Diamante. Who else I saw there? Celeste Bonin, aka Caitlin, Ashley Massaro, Scott Stein. Well, Scott Stein was there. I think he was there Friday. I missed him, but he was there Saturday as well. Buff Bagwell, Jerry the King Lawler, Eric Bischoff, Tony Schiavone. So many people. And then Friday I went to TakeOver. I'll get to more of the WrestleCon because I also went Saturday. I went for the whole day. But Friday I also did TakeOver, which was a fantastic show. Every match was 5 stars. Some were kind of better than others. But overall, every match was a 5-star match. There was only one title change, surprisingly, other than the NXT Championship, which was because it was vacant. But there was only one title change, and it was the UK title. Walter ended the 685-day reign of Pete Dunne. Big guy from Austria, the new UK champion. All the other matches, though, War Raiders beat Ricochet and House of Black in one hell of a match. All 4 guys did their thing. They killed it. Let's see, the North American. I think I gotta say though, I think the match of the night was that North American title. Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream, they put on a show. It was very entertaining. Those two put up a fight. Surprisingly, I actually thought at one point Riddle was gonna win, but Velveteen Dream got it done and picked up the win. Riddle couldn't believe it, but both guys again, they sold the show. I mentioned about the UK one, Walter and Pete Dunne. The women's title 4-way. It was okay at first. It was kind of not so great, but it picked up. And I really thought I was kind of hoping for Bianca was going to actually get it, but Shayna got it done and got the win. Man. But overall, 4 ladies: Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, Kairi Sane. All 4 ladies did one hell of a job. And then, of course, the main event, Gargano, Cole, great matchup between the two. I really hope, I would love to see a rematch. I actually thought at one point Cole was going to pick it up, and we knew the Undisputed was going to get involved. I thought we were going to see another surprise, but we didn't. But Jaya got it fought out, 2 out of 3 falls. I believe Cole got the first win, and then Gargano got the second win. And then Gargano toughed it out, beat Adam Cole with the Gargano escape, and got the win, becoming the NXT champion. And I believe he's the first, I think, if I'm right, He is the first Triple Crown winner of NXT because he was North American champion, he was tag team champion, now he's the NXT champion. And after the match, Candice LeRae, his wife, come in, they hugged out and celebrated. And then as they were at the ramp, out came Tommaso Ciampa. And he gave Johnny Gargano a hug. He gave love to Candice, congratulating them, celebrating. And then they tried to do a little feint, like they were going to do the thing like they did in Chicago or at NXT, throw him into the Titantron, into the stage. But they faked it out. But yeah, that was great sportsmanship and the good friendship. But yeah, overall, that was a great night. And then I went to this party, the Sky Mania thing. I felt so out of place because I was still in my Ricochet shirt. They weren't going to let me in, but they figured, you know what? They said, go ahead. I assumed because it was a wrestling thing, I thought it was going to be okay. I still had my dress stuff on, too. I should have just known that I should have probably just put that shirt chain. But I felt so out of place. I didn't even stay the whole night. I just left. I stayed for maybe an hour or so, and I left and went home. And then Saturday, back to WrestleCon. I stayed for the whole day. I caught up with, again, some of the other familiar faces. I saw Glam Goddess. I don't know her real name, but she shouted me out, and I shouted her out, I think. And then I saw Tyler, TKO, Tyler, shout out to him. I saw Brittany. I met her. Well, it wasn't the first time I met her. I met Brittany Sacco. I met her at Evolution, but she was at the table where they had all the championship belts from WWE, basically, specifically. I met her. Well, I mean, not again, because I didn't really meet her. I just saw her again. It was my second time seeing her since Evolution. Caught with some other peeps. And I stayed the whole day. I got a picture with Trish Stratus, who was also there. Got a picture with Trish. She looked fabulous. Lita was there, too. I saw Priscilla Kelly, Joey Ryan. Some of the same people that were there the other night I mentioned before were there. This time, I said Scott Hall came in this time. I saw Scott Steiner. All the original Four Horsemen for Flair was already there. But Tully Blanchard, Madam TA was there, J.J. Dillon, Lex Luger. Who did I forget? Missy Hyatt. I think Missy Hyatt was there. Baby Doll. Madeja. Katarina. $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase was there. I said Shawn was there. Shawn Michaels. Who else was there? Ron Simmons was there this time. And it was just so many people. There's just so many to name. It was like a who's who of professional wrestlers, past, present, and future. I believe Vader's son was there. The late great Vader, his son was there. His family was there. I saw the Nasty, but I think I saw only Sedge. I don't know. I didn't see Knobs. I don't know if he was there. Who else I saw? Sabu. There's so many people. There's so many people there. So much. And then, of course, I went to Access for a little bit. I was trying to get to Access on Friday and Saturday a little bit before the big shows. Saturday, I was hoping to meet Finn. I was hoping to get the pitch with Finn, but I didn't get it. He was at the 8 o'clock hour. I had to get to Ring of Honor. Speaking of which, before that, also that Thursday, before I went to Access, I got a pitch with Asuka. And I told her straight right there at that Walmart, you should still be SmackDown Women's Champion. And she looked beautiful. And I saw people commenting like, I didn't know Asuka was this cute. She is down low cute. She was always cute. She was beautiful. She is beautiful. Also that day, I don't know if it was that Thursday. I believe it was that Thursday. No, it wasn't Thursday. I'm sorry. It was Thursday. I met EC3. I got a picture with him. I met this guy, DDP, one of my all-time faves from WCW and all. I got a picture with him. And then like that I'm gonna say Comic-Con, WrestleCon, I got a picture with Trish, got a picture with Melina and Velvet Sky. And, there was so many people. I wish I could get pictures with everybody, but it's a lot of money to spend to get pictures and photo ops and autographs with everybody. Because another person I wanted to get was Jake the Snake Roberts, but I didn't get to him. Like I said, there was also the other ladies, Allie and Rosemary. I wanted to get them. Tanea from Impact. Sienna was there. Allison Kay, she was there. A lot of people were there at WrestleCon. Tessa came in like near the end of the day. She did a photo op and an autograph. The lines were packed, especially for Flair, for Shawn, for Brett, for Tessa, for Scott and Kev, for RVD. And his girlfriend was there, Katie. I think it was Katie Forbes, I believe her name is, because she was at the Impact shows and she wrestled in the women's championship match, knockout title match. Johnny and Taya were there too. Speaking of which, so many people were there. I would love to do it again. And also that Saturday, Ring of Honor, which I think was the best show overall. When it came to the pro wrestling shows, I think Ring of Honor, New Japan, G1 Supercard was the best show overall throughout the weekend. Every match was fantastic. Some were kind of sleepers. Some I kind of actually forgot about. But there's so much to go through. Every championship. There was a couple of pre-shows, pre-matches that I didn't get to see. It was a women's 6-women tag match. I didn't get to see that. And there was some battle royal that Kenny King ended up winning. And there was I checked on the Wikipedia of all the people that were in it, including a lot of Who's Who and Ring of Honor and New Japan. And one surprise, the Great Muta. I missed the Great Muta. A legend, another living legend. He was in that battle royal. But overall, like I said, Kenny King ended up winning. But I got to the main show. Every match was fantastic. Jeff Cobb, Will Ospreay. Jeff Cobb winning both championships. He kept the TV title and and he won the Never Openweight Championship of the New Japan. Let's see who else. Trying to remember everybody. Naito and Kota Ibushi. Fantastic match. Kota Ibushi finally becoming champion. He won the IC title. That was later on tonight. I'm gonna go out of order with this. Bully Ray was supposed to face Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson got taken out backstage. And then some rapper, I think it was named Mega Man or some rapper came out, tried to do his thing. People booed the hell out of him. Bully Ray comes out, confronts him, and then sends him out. He looked for the open challenge. Flip Gordon answers. Flip and Bully were doing their thing, and then of course Silas and Shane Taylor, Shane Taylor get involved, and then they triple team him, and then the Lifeblood guys came in. It was Juice Robinson, and I'm sorry, I don't know the other guy's name. I may have to look it up eventually. But the Lifeblood guys came out of the game, a 6-man tag, and Flip Gordon's team ended up winning. So many matches. Zack Sabre Jr. and Hiroshi Tanahashi was a great match. I kind of forgot about that match. I almost forgot who won. I told someone that Tanahashi won, but I remembered. I had to look it up again. It was Zack Sabre Jr. won with some crazy submission, or almost like a ring to Saturn, where he was using feet. Tanahashi was so tracked, he had to verbally submit. It was crazy. But another crazy moment. There were 2 crazy moments that happened that night in 2 different areas of New York. Because the same night, the Hall of Fame was happening. And when Brett was doing his speech, because the Hart Foundation was being inducted, he was doing his speech, and then some random dude comes out of nowhere and attacks Brett. Some random fan. And all the other superstars ganged up on him. I heard that Dash Wilder even got one right in the face. And again, this guy was apparently an amateur MMA fighter who was terrible. I wouldn't say terrible. It just couldn't cut it in the MMA field. He had an amateur record, I think it was 2-2 or something. Amateur MMA career that didn't go so well. And but he got what he deserved. He got arrested, beat up, and I hope he rots in hell for that. But another crazy thing that happened, this one at Ring of Honor, it was after the tag match, the 4-way tag match between the Los Ingobernables and her opponent, Eva Sonata, the GOD, Guerrillas of Destiny, Briscoes, and Villain Enterprises, PCO, and Brody King. That was one hell of a match. GOD ended up winning. They won both the Ring of Honor tag titles, and they kept the IWGP tag team heavyweight championships. But it was after the match. Something was going on at the far corner of the ring, outside the ring. Some guys fighting with the Briscoes, and then I'm looking at the hair. And I know that hair anyway. By the way, he was also at WrestleCon. It was Enzo Amore. Enzo was there attacking. Even Bully Ray came out and tried to help the Briscoes. But he wasn't alone. There was another guy there. I just assumed, but I didn't think it was it. But it ended up being him. It was Big Cass. Cass and Enzo basically have this reunion tour to reunite. They infiltrate and invade Ring of Honor and attack, and they get a beat up, and they're fighting with the Briscoes and Bully Ray, and everybody trying to get them out. That's crazy. Let's see what else. The women fought. Mayu, I forgot her last name. She was the current champ. She got beat by Kelly Klein. Great matchup, but it was after the match. A surprise appearance by a certain couple ladies formerly known as the Beautiful People, Velvet Sky and Angelina Love. They were about to confront Kelly. Mandy Leon, who was sitting at the announcer's table, she comes from the announcer's table, comes down to the ring, looked like she was side to side with Kelly, and then, bam, attacks Kelly Klein. And they gang up on her. And then a couple other ladies, I don't know too many people on the Women of Honor roster come out, and they get caught up by Angelina, Velvet, and Mandy. And then Mandy had her phone in her hand, do a little selfie, a little video selfie. And I think it was the other ladies, they put this anarchy symbol on her Kelly's forehead. And as they head backstage on the Titantron on the screen, their new tag name, the new faction name, The Allure. Since I guess Beautiful People is owned by Impact and all. But they're known as The Allure with the Anarchy logo and the U in there. Interesting name. Let's see what else. We saw triple threat for the junior heavyweight title. Dragon Lee, Bandito, and the Bone Soldier, Taiji Shimori. Great matchup. A lot of high flying. But of course, Dragon Lee got the win. So he's the junior heavyweight champion, IWGP junior heavyweight champion. Also, a very short match. Roosh versus Dalton Castle. Dalton had one hell of an entrance. And as soon as I blinked, the match was over. It was apparently it was a 16-second match. It was about a regular Ronda Rousey match in MMA. Roosh got the win. The boys try to calm down Dalton Castle. Dalton instead attacks him and hits them both with the bangarang. Crazy. Let's see what else. We saw the main event, of course, but there was matches before that. I mentioned about the IC title and the women's title. Oh yeah, well I think that was most of it. But the main events, which I think was the match of the night: Ring of Honor World Title, Lethal, Taven, Skrull. Everybody wanted Skrull to win. Everybody was badly wanted Marty Skrull to become champion. I wanted Jay Lethal to keep the title. I would have been cool with Marty because, everybody loves Marty. But with the purple ladder, it was, I almost said velveteen ladder in that moment. With a purple ladder, it was Matt Taven of the Kingdom. I thought his boys were going to get involved, but they didn't. Matt Taven got it done. He is now the official, true Ring of Honor World Champion. And his boys came out and celebrated. It was one hell of a match. I'd watch it again. If people missed it, go watch it. Let's see what else. There was speaking of title matches, that Zabar Jr. and Tanahashi match, that was the only title that did not change hands. I said that a little early too, but I'm just letting you know because the last match, Okada versus Jay White, fantastic match. Could have gone either way. Okada did it again, though. He is once again the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And then he thanked the crowd. I think, and a lot of people that energy was kind of down from that match because of that ladder match, but it picked up. But again, it was one hell of a match. Fantastic match. But that was it. I believe that was it. I'm trying to remember because there was so many matches. I had so many title matches. It was hard to keep up. And then of course Mania Sunday night. Hung out with my cousin and a friend of mine. Great night. Matches were pretty cool. I said it would kind of. I would scale it for a rate. I would kind of give it like a. I'll give it a 7. I don't think it was any higher than that. I don't think it was kind of any lower than that. But 7 would be my thing for Mania. Every title except 2 championships changed hands. Tag titles, the SmackDown tag titles and the US title did not change hands that night. But man, all those matches were crazy. Becky got it done. So, but I think the moment of the night was the return of John Cena, the original John Cena, the Thugonomics John Cena, interrupting Elias. And I think that was his biggest pop in a long time. Long time. Everybody was willing to see that again because no one expected that. But other than that, you saw Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese. Nese got it done. Joe tapped out. He choked out Rey Mysterio in like quick time. It was like I don't even know how long the match was. It was like a 30-second match. We saw the Demon Finn Balor back, beating Bobby Lashley, regaining the IC title. Kofi Mania. Everybody, it was an emotional night for a lot of reasons. Not only with Becky, but I'll get to the Becky one. But Kofi finally became the WWE champion. He is now the first African American to be the WWE champion. Now, some would say it was The Rock, but remember, The Rock is part Samoan. He's black and Samoan, so that doesn't count. And Mark Henry held the World Heavyweight title, not the WWE title. So that doesn't count. I mean, the World Champions, WWE Champions, that counts, but not the first black to hold the WWE title. That's Kofi. Also, man, Hawkins and Ryder Hawkins got his win after what? Bajillion losses. Kurt Hawkins, along with Zack Ryder, beat the Revival and became the new Raw Tag Team Champions. I'm kind of mixed about that because they did the Revival dirty. The Revival is too talented of a team to be beaten like that. So who knows what's going to happen afterwards. What else? I can't. So many matches, so many memories through that thing. I could barely even remember. Let's see. So the IC title. Listen, SmackDown tag titles. That was another one that stayed in place. Usos, Aleister Black and Ricochet, Rusev and Nakamura, and I forgot even. The Bar. Usos got it done. I really thought at one point that Aleister and Ricochet were gonna have it done, but the Usos got it done, and I'm glad. I love Aleister and Ricochet, but I mean, if they keep them as a team, that'd be cool. But I think they're better off as singles competitors. I hate what they're doing to Nakamura and Rusev. Rusev was on a major role, and then they team him with Nakamura, and I hate what they did with that. I'm sick of the Bar. They need to split them up. Cesaro, but this is now basically going to solidify Cesaro as just a tag team guy. He's too talented to be just a tag team guy. He should have already been world champion. And then there's that was it. But then the Usos, let's fast forward a little bit. I was at SmackDown. The Usos would then lose the title in the Dream match to the Hardys. Very competitive match. And let's see. I'm trying to remember all these matches. We saw Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. That was kind of a sleeper because Roman just basically kind of dominated in a way. The sleeper, the real sleeper that surprisingly was actually good. And I said I didn't care about the match. Shane and Miz. It was actually good. Miz, they went to this scaffold-like thing again with the cameras and the crew were. They were right around where the international announce tables were. But Shane ended up getting a win. Miz suplexed him off the scaffold onto the stage, but Shane's arm was draped over Miz, and Shane ended up getting the win. Yeah. Now, this just popped in. The beginning of the night, Well, actually, I'm going to get to that. You have the 2 Battle Royals. I thought Asuka was going to win the women's one. I'm so pissed she didn't. Sarah Logan thought she ended up winning. But little did she know, there was one person that did not get eliminated. Carmella. She would do the job and get the win over winning the women's battle royal. Now, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I didn't really care about. And it was pretty much predictable. It was focused on 3 men. Braun Strowman, Colin Jost, Michael Che. Because they ended up being the last three. Braun Strowman almost got eliminated by the Hardys. Colin and Michael, they did what obviously most heels would do. They would slide under the ring. It was like under the bottom rope and under the ring. And then when the match was nearly over, they come out and they help and they try to get Strowman out. He ended up getting the Hard. They ended up getting the Hardys out. And it was Strowman those two. And then Strowman tossed out Michael. Colin tried to talk himself out of it. He tossed, and then Strowman tosses out Colin. Strowman wins the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Yeah. And in the beginning of the night, we saw Alexa Bliss and a surprise appearance by Hulk Hogan. I mean, everybody was mixed about Hogan. I mean, Hogan is a legend. We all know that. But, of course, with the recent stuff that happened with him about the racist thing and all, some were like, fuck you, Hogan. Yeah. And then Paul Heyman comes out demanding that he should be in the main event, that the Universal Championship match should be the main event. So he figured since it wasn't the main event, they didn't want to stay for long. They just do the match now. So it ended up being the very first match. Lesnar, Seth Rollins. Lesnar was trying to get an advantage by attacking Seth Rollins as he was coming to the ring. He hit F5s, it tossed him all on the table, over the announce table and all. Ref checked on him. Seth continued and said he was going to do the match. Brock hit some Germans, German suplex, yada, yada, yada. And then when he went for the F5, Seth escaped. Pushes him into the referee. Seth, low blow. 3 curb stomps. 1, 2, 3, new champion. So they cared about it because I'm so glad Seth won. Now we have a real champion. We can show up every week. Don't care about Brock. Brock can go home. But yeah, that was it. Let's see. And then, of course, I think I got to all the matches. And, of course, the women's title, Becky. Before I get that, what was the women's tag titles? I forgot about that. Sasha Bailey, Beth and Natalya, Nia and Tamina, and the Iconics. Great. It was a pretty good match. Beth at one point had the thing won. She hit the top rope glam slam on, I believe, Bailey. But the Iconics, because I didn't see the Iconics. One of the girls, I think it was Peyton, that made the tag, threw out Beth, and stole the pin, and they stole the tag team titles. The Iconics, the new women's tag team champions. And then, of course, the women's championship, the double title, winner take all, Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda. Great performance by all three. They really tore the house down. But apparently there was kind of a botched pin because Becky ended up getting the win on Ronda, being the pin on Ronda. But there was some controversy because Ronda looked like her shoulder was up a bit, but the ref still counted. And Becky was awarded the championship. Apparently, for one or two, it was a botched pin. Becky was supposed to get the win on Charlotte, tapping her out or pinning her, and not Ronda. But it is what it is. Becky's the champion. She's now Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, Undisputed Women's Champion. And that was it. Overall, great weekend. I'll talk about it and then Raw and SmackDown. I didn't go to Raw. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go to Raw, and a lot of surprises came at Raw. Oh, speaking of which, and now I just remembered another match. Shit. Kurt Angle, his last match. How they do him dirty. Baron Corbin ends up beating him. Kurt Angle went for a big moonsault, missed it. Baron hits the end of days. He got the win. And Kurt says bye to everybody, thanking the crowd. And another match I end up forgetting. Damn, see, like I said, there's so many matches I've been forgetting. I was at so many events. I was trying to keep up. Anyways, Batista and Triple H. Pretty intense matchup. Great entrances by both of them. Batista has always been Triple H. Triple H has never been Batista. And then I knew, and we kind of knew what was going to happen. Shawn Michaels was in commentary watching the match. And yeah, even at one point, he and Triple H did that. The Click and DX. At one point, when they both were down, we saw some crazy moments. We saw tables being used. We saw steps being used. At one point, Triple H had it was a toolbox. Triple H had, I think, some pliers or something, or wire cutters. Put the chair on Batista's neck, used the cutters, and ripped off Batista's nose ring. It's crazy. But that didn't get to the end. The both were down, and then of course we all kind of knew this was going to happen. Ric Flair shows up, gives Triple H the sledgehammer. There was each of them had a sledgehammer. There were two sledgehammers. Triple H had one, and Batista had one. Ric Flair goes around and Batista teases him a little bit, distracts him. Batista turns around, big sledgehammer shot to the head. Triple H hits the pedigree, gets the win, finally beating Batista. And that would be, of course, Batista's final match. He said goodbye to the WWE Universe. And whether you like or hated Batista, he was one of the best to do it in WWE for a number of years. Thanks for the career. Well done. Same with Kurt. 20 years. God bless him. Okay, and then the Raw, Kurt Angle did make an appearance. We saw a lot of surprises. Baron Corbin bragging about his win. Kurt Angle shows up, congratulates Corbin. Then Angle slams him, allows him to angle out. And then Lars Sullivan appears, gets face-to-face with Kurt, and then hits him with the freak accident and the giant headbutt, the big headbutt from the top. Man, crazy. Also, some other surprise. I don't remember what much happened. Well, not actually another thing. Seth, Kofi, face-to-face. Seth appearing at the beginning of the night about, reflecting on his match. And then we hear Big E. And New Day makes an appearance with WWE Champion Kofi Kingston. And Kofi makes the challenge for winner take all. WWE Champion, Universal Champion, one match for everything. And that would happen at the end of the night. Also, Revival got the rematch. They didn't win. Hawkins and Ryan Hawkins got another pin on one of the guys. It made them 2 wins in a row. Becky Lynch addressed the crowd, and then appearance by Lacey Evans. But here was the catch. Lacey and Becky get face-to-face, and then Lacey was about to walk out. Bam, women's right to Becky. And they get in a brawl. Becky almost had a disarmer locked in on her. Lacey was able to escape. I mentioned about Lars, and then, of course, Elias made the threat that if anybody showed up, there was going to be hell to pay. And then when he got in the ring, he said he was going to do a little rap like John Cena. But there was that one line. Anybody tries to interrupt will be a dead man. Keywords, dead man. Lights out. Undertaker shows up. Elias had to think twice. He tried to take a swing. He got caught. Big boot, choke slam, tombstone, done. Man, crazy. And of course, Dean Ambrose would have his final match. It was going against Bobby Lashley. Lashley makes rude comments about Dean, but specifically towards his wife, Renee Young. He said, "Don't worry, Dean. I'll take care of your wife." Dean gets all upset. He gets pissed off, attacks Bobby Lashley. They don't even really have a match. They just brawl outside. At one point, Dean went to the announce table. He was going to do something to Bobby through the table. And Leo gets involved, causes a distraction. Bobby would then take advantage of does that spine buster through the table. Renee comes up and checks on her husband. And that was it. That was the crazy way for Dean and Raw. And his run to WWE, I should say. Also, let's see. What else happened on Raw? That was basically it, I think. There was some other stuff that happened, but of course the last thing, Seth and Kofi had a great match. And then the Bar shows up, disrupting the match. And then it becomes a tag match, Kofi and Seth versus the Bar. Kofi and Seth got the win. And that was that. And then there was a segment after the show with the Shield guys. Seth was out there. Roman comes out. And then they bring Dean out. Dean had a little goodbye speech for everybody. And that was it. And then SmackDown, kind of same old, same old. It was mainly tag matches. They had a celebration for Kofi winning the WWE title, hosted by the New Day. And then the Bar interrupts. And then they challenged them to a 6-man tag. New Day versus the Bar, and the surprise appearance by Drew McIntyre. And the challenge was set for the later that night. And then another 6-man tag happened. It was Andrade Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Mustafa Ali, or just Ali. I don't like just saying Ali, cutting the names off. Mustafa Ali and them got the win. Mustafa hit the 450. But then afterwards, out of nowhere, RKO from Randy Orton to Mustafa Ali. But that wasn't the only surprise. Out of nowhere, because Randy came from under the ring, from where I came, he came from under the ring and got Ali. And then Rusev was in the ring. Out of nowhere, Kevin Owens shows up, hits a stunner on Rusev, and walks away. Craziness. And then, of course, the tag team titles. Usos, Hardys, I mentioned that. Great matchup between both teams, but it was the Hardys that got it done, and they are once again tag team champions. Now they're the SmackDown tag champ, and as I think one of the ladies, I think it was, I don't know if it was Kathy or Charlie. I didn't get to see who it was because I was so far. She was about to interview them, and then Lars Sullivan comes out and attacks them both, taking out both Matt and Jeff. And then later, Becky Lynch makes an appearance, does a little promo, and then as she was leaving, tagged by Women's Right again by Lacey Evans. And then afterwards, there was another D6-man tag. New Day, Bar, and Drew. Great matchup, pretty good matchup. New Day ended up getting the win. Apparently something happened to Drew, because during the match, Drew walked out. I don't know if it was an injury or something happened. It ended up being 3-on-2, and New Day got the win. And that was it. And then 205 Live happened. There were only two matches. Humberto Carrillo took on Jack Gallagher. Gentleman Jack Gallagher with Drew Gulak in his corner. Well, Drew Gulak went to do some commentary. And just at one point, Humberto was about to pick up the win. Drew getting the Viz, shoves Humberto off the top rope, causing a DQ. He attacks Humberto, and just as he's about to do like a big blow, Jack stops him and gives him the headbutt. Jack was not happy with what Drew did. Maybe it's a face turn. I don't know. But that was it. And then, of course, there was the rematch. Buddy Murphy, Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight title in one hell of a fight. Though both guys put up a great fight. I thought Buddy was going to win that title back, but Tony Nese got it done with two running Neses and got the win to keep the title. Also, the match was made at backstage. It will be Oney Lorcan versus Cedric Alexander next week on 205 Live. And then after that, there was a couple of dark matches before the show and after the show. Before the show, Luke Harper went one-on-one with EC3, managed by Drake Maverick. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if you follow TNA back in the day, a few years ago, Drake Maverick and EC3 were best of friends. And Drake accompanied EC3 and all. And Luke Harper ended up getting the win with that discus clothesline. Kind of surprising that Luke Harper, because I don't know, I thought Luke Harper would probably do something with Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan. Maybe. And then we saw that homage with that puppet thing again, which I'm guessing is Bray Wyatt, and again, could be someone else. I don't know. And then after the show, Sami Zayn, who made an appearance during the New Day Bar and Drew McIntyre match before they started. People were singing his song and all that stuff, and he was like, nah, you're not worth it, and he just left. But then after the show, he came out to fight Kevin Owens. And it wasn't really a fight. Sami tried to talk his way out of it. Just said, let's just hug and get the hell out of here, get out of Brooklyn. They hug, and then Kevin Owens said, ring the bell. Bell rang, kick, stunner, 1, 2, 3, done. And then afterwards, he picks up Sami, helps him up, and then another stunner. And then he goes to Sami again, raises his hand in friendship, and then turns around, kick, stunner. That was it. And that concluded WrestleMania week. Man, I know this was a long video, but I just wanted to get my thoughts and my take on that weekend because I had one hell of a time. Like I said, shout out to all the people I met. I mentioned some earlier. I also want to mention Kim, which I believe is Kim Blast Kick on on social media. She takes some of the best pictures. You gotta check her out on Instagram. You gotta check her out on social media. She takes some of the best pictures at the shows. I still kind of have some suspicion that I have some suspicion that she works for WWE. I still have a small suspicion that that maybe Triple H or Stephanie or somebody in that McMahon family or somebody back in that WWE crew is paying her to take these pictures. But she takes some badass pictures. You got to check it out. Also, shout out to who else I met. Like I said, Brittany, I said Tyler, and David. Pretty cool guy. I hope to see them again at another show. You know, maybe I'll go to WrestleMania next year in Tampa. I would love to travel for Mania outside the tri-state area or outside near near my area because I think I've been to Philly for Rumble and all. But travel a little far for a show. But some people I didn't get to meet, who I knew were there, who I saw were there. Hopefully I get to hit up with them soon. Like I said, don't be a stranger. I know I look like some creepy motherfucker, but I'm a good guy. I know I'm in my 30s. In fact, my birthday was during that weekend. That was the 3rd. I turned 33. I get to, I'm blessed to see another life, another year of life, and enjoy what I love. God bless you guys. God bless pro wrestling. Yeah, but that's basically it. So I know this is a long video. It's like, damn, I don't know, almost a freaking hour, like 40 plus 45 minutes or so. But I just want to get my take on being at the shows. Yeah, and meeting some of the other fans and all. So one love and take care. God bless. Peace.